Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a rare one-year-only Chronometre à résonance from FP Journe. This is the 2019 Resonance. The Resonance chronometer, originally launched in 2000, was a world premiere by FP Journe, creating two independent movements in one case that would reinforce each other's precise operation, not by physical coupling, but by resonance phenomenon, a principle previously applied to pendulum clocks, but never achieved in a balance-based wristwatch. So this timepiece was a 1 year only, prior to the 20th anniversary model, which was much larger, thicker, and more expensive. The distinctive feature of this 2019 model is that you have a symmetrical dial like the Resonance 1 and the Resonance 2, but one of the dials is in 24-hour format, and the printing is in blue to let you know it's something special. So, a 1 year only model in platinum, 40 millimeters in diameter. It measures 8.9 millimeters thick, 48 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, and 20 millimeters is the spacing between the lugs. We throw it on the wrist. You can see it's a comfortable watch to wear on my 16 centimeters circumference wrist, as it's narrow. You could probably wear this watch on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. And you can see the lugs are nowhere near the edge of my wrist. It'll fit easily underneath the cuff. It's a good dress watch. It does everything a dress watch should do. Taking a look at the strap, you can see that it is an FP Journe factory strap. Jean Rousseau out of Paris makes these for Journe. It is a large rectangular scale, olive green, high gloss, monotone stitch, folded edge, alligator leather strap. So it's a large rectangular scale gaiter on the top and small round scale on the bottom. The reason Journe does that is because it makes for a more durable strap, more expensive but longer lasting. We also have these curved spring bars that are used to allow the lugs to be drilled fairly close to the case. So there's no impediment to the motion of the strap. This is very easy to pull straight down. You can also see that there are pull-tab spring bars, and they're built into the strap, so you can remove the strap without any need for tools. We have a pin buckle in platinum to match the case. Then we have a case design that's familiar to any Journe collectors. We have integrated lug profiles that bend 90 degrees down relative to the case band. Everything's of high polish. The mid-case is defined by the overlapping lip of the case back and the bezel. And then we have these double dimple knurled Journe style crowns. One feature I thought I'd shout out about the pin buckle, you can see how the bridge is elevated a little bit above the stanchions. That allows the strap, once it's inside the buckle, to sit inside the buckle rather than stacking up underneath it. See what I mean? The strap sits in the buckle rather than underneath, so it doesn't add any thickness on the wrist. The watch has a matte finished white gold dial, so platinum case, white gold dial, and then solid 18-karat rose gold movement. So for a 40 millimeter watch, it is quite weighty. The dial is media blasted, and you can see there's a power reserve indicator that moves backwards. So when fully wound, it indicates 0. Just like a marine chronometer, it indicates the hours since it was wound. That's why it runs backward. It is like a marine chronometer. And most FP Journe watches that include the word chronometre in their nomenclature will feature that reverse winding power reserve. 42 hours is the maximum power reserve for both sides. You can set the two sides separately. So there's dual time capability, and it can be used as a home time reference because with one dial in 24-hour format, you know whether you're looking at AM or PM wherever you are. So you can see, for example, right here, we are looking at the first half of the day. This is the first half of the day. This is the second half of the day. It's very intuitive. We have blued hands in that biomorphic Journe fashion, and then polished stainless steel bezels for the dials. They have been black polished, as you can see, and then there's that blue printing with a pyramid hobnail at the center of the stamped guilloche dials. Taking a look at the case back, you can see the movement. It's caliber 1499, third revision. 14 is the size of the movement in French lean. 99 is the year work started on the initial version, and then the .3 means this is the third version of the movement. Pivot's on 40 joules. It's adjusted in 6 positions. That's one more than a standard chronometer. The movement has 2 separate sides. You have a barrel, a drivetrain, a Swiss lever escapement, and a balance, and then there's a mirror of it. There's nothing connecting these 2 sides. As with pendulums or metronomes, which will synchronize to each other if left in proximity, these two balances, if adjusted judiciously, will synchronize to each other and then beat in opposition. So if one slows down, the other will speed it up by acting in opposition, and vice versa. Speeding up, slowing down, mutually reinforcing, and keeping the two sides coupled so that they vary by no more than 5 seconds relative to each other in a 24-hour period. Now, because it takes about 7 to 10 minutes for resonance to take full effect, the seconds hands may not be fully synchronized once that process is done. So there's a flyback trigger down at 4 o'clock so you can easily synchronize your seconds. Now, you can see that the movement's made of rose gold. It is quite weighty. It has linear Côte de Genève black polished screws. There's actually a little rack and pinion at center with a gold screw. That's the pinion, and then you can see the rack is black polished like all the screw heads, and you adjust the distance between the two balances to adjust the resonance. You can see there's engine turning on the base plate, satination on the wheels, and a respectable bevel on the edge of the bridges. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details, and be advised it is 30 meters water resistant, so don't take it swimming.